Page 8, Mysterious Mountain. I guess this is going to sound mysterious, I guess. It's in the title. I mean, you have a couple different kinds of music. You have, I'm not sure, I think it's called absolute. I'll have to look it up. Absolute music and program music. Absolute music is like a symphony or a sonata. It's music for its own sake. Program music is like background music for a TV show or a movie or something. It gives the illusion of something happening. There's a program underneath. To me, this is probably program music where it wants to sound mysterious. Well, let's go through the routine for learning a piece of music and see just how mysterious it is. I look it over. It's 2 pages long. It's actually longer than that, but there's 2 pages of music to learn. Treble and bass clef, no sharps or flats in the key signature, so we're either in C major or A minor. Those are the 2 keys with no sharps or flats. And generally you look at the end. Well, the end is the fine at the top of page 9 here. I'm guessing we're in A minor here. However, for the scales, do them both. The C major and A minor scale. Just do them both. When I do the scales, I do the key signature. One hand at a time, make sure we understand what the hands are doing. The right hand, you're up here on its A minor chord. To try and get these notes down at the same time, just lift up and come down. Second line, it's a 4 chord. Then again. Then third line back here, and the last line on page 6, that's 5/7 chord. If you don't want to be up in here, you can just 2, whichever. And I'm not really doing the rhythm too much. Let's just get the rhythm down. It's the same rhythm on all the lines. So the last line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. Top of page 9, we have the B flat chord. You can do here or here, whichever way you want to do it. B flat. And then you come down 5th finger. Second line, you're up here. Just lift up and come up. I'm not crazy about that fingering, but then second line, you're here. Crossover. That crossover shouldn't be a problem if you're doing the scales, because you get it in the scales. Then the 4th line down, the last 2 lines, you're up here. Same thing as you're up here. And the last line, they want 5th finger. I'd rather not. I'm using 5th finger for the E on the 4th line. So the 5th line, I'm going to use 4th finger, 2, then 5. I'm going to scrunch them. This lets me connect. I don't want to use 5 on both. I could because of the articulation. You're going to lift up for the phrasing. I want a fingering that works connected. So it's a 4, 2, 1, then a 5. And 5. That's an E chord, 1, 2, 4. Okay. Left hand. We again A minor chords. You just lift up and come down. It's the same rhythm and the same notes as the right hand. You're just playing them down to here. The last line on page 8, you're up here. Come down. Yeah. Now top of page 9, the B flat chord. I do a 4 on that. You can do a 5 if you want. I just, out of habit, I typically do a 4. Helps keep my hand out here a little bit. The little finger's a short finger. And then down here. The notes in the 3rd measure are here. It has an AVA under it. So you got to go down an octave. Remember the rule for AVAs? If it's above the staff, you go up. If it's below the staff, you go down. So this is below it, so I'm going down. Okay. And the second line, you're here. Then up here. I'd rather not. You're moving around. And there's nothing really wrong with it. I just don't like moving my hand when I don't have to. And I don't have to much. So on the D here, rather than this, I'm going to use 2 here. Just straight up a little bit. And then when I do this, I'm just going to, 2's right there, just use them. If you can't reach that, use 3rd. But the point is, I can cover all of that in pretty much one hand position. Even if your hand is too small to reach that, it's okay because you you can use third. You're only moving a little bit. It's better than moving this much. So I'm recommending 5-2 here, and the third measure is either a 2-5 or 2-1 or 3-1, depending on how big your hand is. I'm going to use 2-1 because I got big hands. And then I go back down, and then for the third line down, third measure, I can use a 4-1. So I'm just going from here to here. I'm just basically staying in this area. I get all of that. Then I put the hands together. Well, this is a bit of a trick because we're moving both hands at the same time. Well, you're here, playing the same notes, but you got to come down. Both hands at the same time. There's no rest. You just lift up and move. We practice hand movements when we need to, and you may need to here, because you can't mess up the beat because you move the hand. You got to be accurate. So it's going from here to here. Right? Have to move that. Practice that. You got to look down at the keyboard, of course. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You got to lift up soon enough to get down there. I can't connect it. That's all right. The pedal will help, but right now we're not relying on the pedal. We want the hands to do it. 1, 2. And they're all the same way. When we get over to page 9 in the second line, now we're here, and I'm 5-2. In the third line, I'm here. The right hand's got to come up here. The left hand isn't really moving. Here. You lift up and move. Okay. Now, when I end the piece at the bottom of page 9 here, it's not really the end, but it's here. The DC is going to send me back to the beginning. So now both hands are moving. I got to come from here to here. So I'm coming from here to here. You may have to practice that. But we need to hit all the notes at all the same time. And so lift up and move. It's not a quick jerky motion. It's just both hands at the same time. That's really hard to do. Do the best you can with it. The pedal will help, but as I said before, I'm not relying on the pedal now. I want the hands to do it. Now, once I have the notes and the rhythms okay, then I'll think about the articulation. And here, it's all connected. Lift up before and after these here. You have to, because you're moving the hands. Otherwise, you're connecting it. But you're still going to lift up between the phrases. For instance, on page 9, at the end of the second line, you're here. To go to the next line here. I could connect them here, but I'm going to lift up for the phrasing. It's like taking a breath. So once I have the articulation in, then I think about the dynamics. F at the beginning, and these chords, there's no melody. Here's both hands, loud. Moderately loud, and both hands, you can do both hands here. When the chords are loud, down a little bit, sort of loud. So you go loud for the chords and sort of loud for the quarter notes. Now on page 9, second line, medium loud, but this is the right hand now. This is the melody. These need to be soft. The last two lines, now you're moderately soft. These are very soft. The last line, you're going to go down to soft. Moderately soft to soft. Yeah. Just take it down now. It's like each measure, I just went down a little bit. Moderately soft, down a little bit, soft. And the left hand's way in the background. So the last two measures there at the bottom of page 9, all the time I'm doing this, I want to hear that. Don't drown it out. You're going to get softer. Yeah. Again, you need to get into it well enough that you can feel the dynamics. And once I have the dynamics in, then I think about the speed. And this isn't majestically isn't a speed, it's more of a feeling. But a lot of times in music, instead of telling you how fast, they tell you how to feel. And you decide how fast you want to feel. It's majestic. The quarter notes want to slow it down a little bit. The half notes, these are going to want to speed it up a little bit. So you got to find somewhere in the middle, because it all has to be one speed. I don't know, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. To me, the 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere in there, so fine. Now the roadmap. Well, take a look. You got first and second endings. The first ending is the last line on page 8. The second ending is the first line on page 9. But there's no repeat sign. It doesn't have to be. So when you finish the first ending, that is the last measure on page 8, that's the end of the first ending, they have a note for you to next string. They don't need the note. You just do it anyway. If you're not going to repeat, you keep going. But skip any other endings. Don't play them. Skip them and go on after them. That happens a lot in music. So when you finish page 8, you're going to jump over to the second line in page 9 here. So page 8 is, so I'm here. And then page 9, I don't really have to move. I'm already in position. I'm just going to use second finger on the A instead of that. There already. I don't need to worry about moving. See, sometimes you got to worry about moving when they do this. Now, when you get down to the bottom of page 9, the DC sends you back to the beginning, and the Alfine is at the top of page 9. Well, when you get down to the bottom of page 8 the second time, you don't do the first ending again. You've done it once, you're done with it. You skip it and go to the second ending. So the DC sends you back to the beginning. You do the first 3 lines, and then go to the top line on page 9. And finish it off. The fine is at the end of that line. Now on top of all that, they've added pedal. Now we kind of need pedal to help us move our hands around a bit. It would be nice to add some overtones to these chords and connect them. Pedal will do that for us. I'm going to push the notes down first and then the pedal here. And I'm going to lift the pedal up basically with the hands. I want a little bit of silence between the half note and the quarter note, like taking a breath. Something like that. It works that way all the way through it. Please don't copy me. You get in it, you feel this mysterious mountain. Now at the bottom of page 8 in the last measure, they're just showing pedal there all the way to the end of the measure. I disagree. I would like to hear a beat rest. And that beat, I just want to hear a beat of silence. I'm going to lift the pedal with the hands here. 1, 2, 3, rest. That's interpretation. You could pedal it through if you want. 1, 2, 3, rest. You're still going to rest with the hands, but I like to hear the rests when they come in most cases. Remember the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. The chords are playing on them, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm exaggerating them so you can hear them better, but feel these natural accents all the way through. So you go ahead and learn it. And once you can play it, at least slowly with no hesitations, then come back to the video and let's play it together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the louds and softs. I'm just going to do the notes and the rhythms. I'll go ahead and pedal it to show you, and hopefully you get the pedaling okay. So I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 4, 2, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 1, 2. 3, rest. 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. To the beginning. 2, 4, 1, 2.